Hello book lovers and welcome to Book Talk Radio Club. My name is Claire Perkins and today I'm talking to co-authors Jules and Mark Kennedy. Their book, Don't Get Your Neck Tattooed, was a finalist in Book Talk Radio Club's 2019 awards. Hi Jules and Mark, first of all congratulations and thank you for coming back on Book Talk Radio Club.
Hi there and thank you very much.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Thank you for picking us a finalist as well. That was pretty awesome.
Yes.
That's good. Don't get your neck tattooed. I love that. Mark, would you please give Book Talk Radio Club's listeners a brief synopsis of the book, please?
Yeah, sure. So the book is the Z2A of life skills that you don't get from sitting exams. So we wrote the book instead of doing an A to Z because everybody does one of those. We thought we'd make it a little bit more random and the other way around. But there's a story of a young lad called Milo who's at school. He meets a motivational speaker and gets given this book to read all about personal development and life skills. And as he's reading through the book, he starts implementing some of the tools and putting them into his toolbox. And it sort of improves his relationships at home with his family, with his mum, dad and his sister. And he also starts realising that he's got a lot more in common with fellow students at school, and he just basically starts working on himself.
That's great. I mean, I have to ask, of course, why the title, Don't Get Your Neck Tattooed? There must be something behind that.
Absolutely. So a few years ago, we used to work with students in post-16 education, and there was a lad who was on one of my employability programmes that had a horrendous tattoo on his neck, and he found it pretty difficult to get through a job interview with this. So we're all sitting around the table and talking about what type of advice we wish we would listen to our parents, or what type of advice we give others. And we said the best bit of advice around that bit of the table was don't get your neck tattooed. And I said I'll write a book one day called that.
It's a great title, I must say. The book my pleasure. The book is written around Milo, a regular teen who goes on a journey through the Z2A of life, where each letter stands for essential life habits that will help bring you success, stressing that this is how life can be if you want it to be. Jules, why from Z2A and not the other way round? That intrigued me.
Oh, yes. Well, most sort of books that you get, they always say they're the A to Z of this.
Yeah.
So we just decided it was just good to turn it around a little bit and do the Z to A of life, because there is that saying that you live your life forward but learn it backwards, so maybe there was a little bit of synergy there, really. Right.
So tell me about Milo. He's a regular teen and
yeah, he's a lovely little character. He was originally our logo for our company, Future Toolbox, and then whilst we was doing the book, we decided he was going to be our main character, and literally he just attends one of our sessions that we do in schools and comes up to us and just works his way through this wonderful book and comes out the other end with all these life skills and helps his family, his friends and everybody else to understand things a little bit clearer, I think.
The Z2A of life skills you don't get from sitting exams, that's for sure. Mark, what are life skills? And if there were a life skills exam, which skills would you include?
Absolutely. We've spoken to teachers over the years about what we'd include in the exams if we could, or in the curriculum, so to speak. But yeah, definitely one of them that we're quite passionate about is money. Definitely. So one of the chapters is actually W for Wonga. So we could do an exam on that. But yeah, sadly, again, when we was working with post-16 education, the amount of students that come to us didn't know what tax or national insurance or how to open a bank account, what you do when you get paid, how to budget, not spending more than you earn. So
it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, these are things that affect us throughout our life as adults, and yet they aren't taught as life skills. It's ridiculous, and yet we're taught things that we would never really use, and if we do use them once or twice in our lifetimes, it's a lot. It doesn't make sense. It's all backwards to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we could spend hours and hours on the education system and learning certain things, but yeah, let's pop some stuff in there. Goal setting's another one, and mindset and personal well-being, things like that would just be so much more of a benefit. How to look after yourself.
God, wouldn't it be a benefit? That's for sure. At the end of each chapter is a Milo challenges you piece. What's all that about, Jules?
Oh right, yeah. Well, that's all about. Each chapter is a specific subject. For example, U is for you can do it. So silence in the I can't. And then at the end of the chapter, Milo challenges you to recall something that you said recently that I can't do that. And it's about cutting down the phrase of I can't or I won't or I don't. And then looking at ways that I can and changing that. So at the end of each chapter, there's a little challenge for anybody that's reading or working through it to work through. So it's really good.
This is one of the reasons why I chose it as one of the finalists, because there's so much in that book that is so helpful to so many. Who is your audience for the series, and who do you think will benefit most from Don't Get Your Neck Tattooed?
I think our main aim is to get teenagers to read more. So teens and young adults, if you're in school and you're going through your qualifications, whether that's in mainstream or further education, and then graduates going to university as well. There's so much stuff they can learn there, especially if they're moving away from home and having to live independently as well. But one area we've seen really, really massively take off is the amount of parents that are buying it for a teenage son or daughter, reading the book themselves, and then having conversations, or leaving it on the side and the son or daughter's actually picking the book up and going, oh wow, this looks really cool, what is it?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like the character Milo works really, really closely with his sister and his parents and improves his relationships and starts getting involved, in their sort of day-to-day life and understanding them instead of having sibling rivalry, I suppose.
Sure.
So it's pretty much the same market. We want parents to encourage teens to read teens to talk to their parents.
Yeah.
So the family improvement really and personal development made easy.
So those are the hopes for your book then, I guess, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. One of our main goals when we first wrote the book, and it was being published at the start of the year, is to have it in every single school library in the country. So we're making small steps to that at the moment.
Good.
We've already had readers in America and Canada, so that's really cool. So the hopes are world domination and Milo to go travelling the world.
Backpacking around the world, huh?
Absolutely.
You also give motivational talks at schools. Are the talks based on Don't Get Your Neck Tattooed, Jules?
Actually, the book is probably more based on the talks that we do
right.
In schools. So delivering motivational sessions in school was how we started, and we have three main areas, which is motivation, futures, and study. And it's something that we're really, really passionate about, is giving teenagers, young people, the skills to be able to work their way through this education system and to really make it as easy, as fun as possible, but get to where they want to be. So it's really from the sessions that the book came about, really, because we're very much into the sort of the personal development, and it was sort of linking personal development with the motivational, the study, the futures, and that. So, and that drove the book, really.
Mark, do you intend to write more helpful books featuring Milo?
I'd absolutely love to. So we've had an idea about whether we write Milo as as a younger child, maybe a series for primary schools, and it'd be lovely to write a story as an adult as well. But then we think, would that lose him as a character?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's definitely more books on the horizon.
Sure, there's a lot of scope. There's a lot of scope for it, isn't there?
There is a lot of scope.
Yeah, of course. So watch this space on that one. There's plenty of goals and plenty of little ideas there.
Jules, can you put into one simple message something inspiring to say to teenagers that don't know what to do for their future working lives, apart from don't get your neck tattooed, of course?
Oh gosh, yeah. I think the most overriding message that I'd like to say to any sort of teenager is actually to enjoy the education journey that they're on, and whilst they're doing it, create some really good positive habits whilst they're on this that they can take into adulthood. So it's creating positive habits and being able to be themselves and just not worry about all the hype of social media. That's my message, I think. Be yourself. Be yourself, yeah.
Lastly, Mark, where can people purchase Don't Get Your Neck Tattooed?
Absolutely, of course. We have a website which is madforlife.co.uk. So the 4 in Mad for Life is a number. So that's madforlife.co.uk. And there's a slash after that. Actually, I'll say that again. madforlife.co.uk/shop. Sorry, I missed the last bit off the end there.
All right, well, thank you both of you, and congratulations
the other
again.
Actually, I was going to say, the other one's actually a little bit easier if you just go to Amazon.
Fair enough.
Easier to say.
All right. Well, congratulations again on reaching the finalist stage in Book Talk Radio Club's 2019 awards, and good luck with Don't Get Your Neck Tattooed. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Book Talk Radio Club. Thank you very much.